Chair lady for giving me this opportunity. I wasn't going to support the rule this morning, but I'm going to support it now. I'm going to support it because I want to be able to vote to make the estate tax more reasonable. Even though the reality is what we're voting on is whether we're going to give the wealthy with the estate tax a 6-course meal with wine or a 7-course meal with wine. And we should be talking about a meat and 3. The fact is the estate tax was $675,000 exemption when we started with the Bush tax cuts, and now we're putting it up to a $5 million exemption per person and $10 million per couple. It was at a 55% rate and precipitously drops in this bill to 35%. The benefit to the heirs of the richest people in this country is unbelievable, unfathomable. And what that means, you shall have a continued concentration of wealth in a few select families, lords, so to speak, princes that have monies beyond what anybody needs to have in this nation and not contribute to others. The fact is, this was a very difficult vote, a very difficult decision for me. I asked my constituents to let me know what they thought, and I had hundreds of people call and write and contribute to a poll, and it was about even, for and against. The fact is, our future of our nation is at risk. These tax cuts to the most wealthy people in our nation, to corporations that will not produce jobs in the hundreds of billion-dollar category, and the inheritance tax will take away from children, the aged, and the needy in years to come, who will need support from this nation. The deficit will be so great that when it comes time to deficit cutting, the cuts are going to come to the people who most are in need. Hubert Humphrey said the moral test of government is how it treats those who are in the dawn of life, the children, those who are in the twilight of life, the aged, and those who are in the shadows of life, the sick, the needy, and the handicapped. He and others, like Dr. King, the Dalai Lama, and others who you look to, never talked about giving more to the rich. Mr. Garamendi started talking about Franklin Roosevelt. The fact is, those people who are in the moral test will suffer when the cuts are made, and I don't see that as something I should support. I cannot be surety for that. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield the remainder of my time.